So the next topic would be property taxes.
Okay.
Like, is there any specific legislation you would support to lower property taxes?
So I am getting more into that, doing my research on more property taxes. I know that it definitely needs to be lowered, for sure. Like, with these houses, like, how do you expect people to own a $500,000 home, have it for 30 plus years? Like, I've been here for like almost 29 years and stuff like that. And the house that I've been living in, my grandmother never had to pay that much money for that house. So I'm just more like, why does it keep going up and up and up? Because the economy keeps going up and up.
Yeah.
But our wages are not even going up. The math is not mathing.
Well, my thing is they keep cutting things. Like when we had Brownback, they cut all this stuff, but then they never lowered the taxes. So if we're cutting everything, they're taking services away, but not giving us our money back. Then you can't have it both ways. You can't take all the money and then not provide me anything for the money you take. I don't mind fulfilling the social contract between a citizen and the government that they say it is. I give you money, you give me beautiful libraries and well-kept streets and food in my children's stomach, right? And in exchange, and healthcare, and in exchange for that, I give you a portion of my income so that I make sure our whole society is taken care of, because our society is better when it's that way. And then all these other things, so many other things, just don't even need to be discussed. Healthcare decisions don't need to be discussed.
No, absolutely
People's
not.
personal identities don't need to be even discussed.
No.
I shouldn't even know your religion. Like, I shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, I can tell if people believe in God or not, but I shouldn't know what church you go to, what your specific religious beliefs. I shouldn't know any of that unless I'm your friend on Facebook on your personal page. And so it's like, if we got all of that out of government and got people in there that really wanted to focus on doing the work. And there's people that have given up. They don't have any hope that we're going to find people. And
my thing's like, and that is why my campaign is called Faith Over Fear, because
I love that.
Yes, because we have to have faith.
So
we have to have faith that somebody is going to come along and somebody is going to help us out. So my thing is like, if you don't believe anybody's going to go out and help you, believe in me, fight for me. So I can fight for you. That's how I see it.
Yeah, and if you're in a district
to help you,
if you're in a district where you don't see anybody running that you like, you got till June 1st to run, and the Kansas House is not that expensive, but you can do it. There's so many ways you can get elected. If you want to run for Kansas House, I don't care what party you are, and you're a reasonable person with common sense that wants to do the work, right? I don't care what party you are. Reach out to me at contact@kansashelen.com. I will connect you with people. I will help you. I will do whatever I can to help you have a successful campaign, because we need, like I said earlier, I want to see 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans. Since if they're going to make us stay in the 2-party system, 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans, I want some choices. Many of these House districts out here, we don't have any choices. Like, they don't have choices. There's 3 districts that haven't had a Democrat run that I could find since 2006.
Yeah,
they've been abandoned, right? They've been abandoned. And those districts have like 40% Hispanic because they're out by Garden City where all the plants are. And it's like, they're not even trying. Nobody's even trying to give these people a choice. And there's probably not a lot of people there. You know, it's just finding someone in the district to run,
I feel like people give up too easy.
So if you're a Democrat in one of those districts where no Democrats have been running, please, I would love to see those people have a choice. I have been thinking about an idea.
Okay.
I just don't have time to start another movement right now. But you're so young, you might not remember. Have you ever seen the movie Brewster's Million?
No.
Oh, you gotta look it up.
Okay.
I'm terrible with names. Menopause. I can't remember his name. Funny comedian, black man. Older. Oh, I'm just gonna Google Brewster's Million. Anyway, Brewster's Million. He gets a bunch of money and he decides to run. He has to spend it, but he can't own anything when he's done with it. The point is to make him sick of money, right? By some rich family member, and so he runs this campaign just to spend the money, because campaigns are expensive and you end up with nothing, right? And so he calls it none of the above. Vote for none of the above. And so if somebody wanted to do that, Richard Pryor, my goodness.
Oh, Richard Pryor.
Yeah. So it's you know, if that was an write-ins, I've looked at all the election history since 2006, and so the write-ins if they get a certain amount, the name gets listed. They have to get over, I don't know what it is, maybe 500 or something.
Mm-hmm.
If they get enough votes, they get their own line.
Right.
And then the other ones get lumped into other write-ins, right? So if enough people, I have to look and see if it has to be a human. I don't know how it works because no one's ever tried this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I write in Daisy Duck. That's what I used to do. Now I'm going to write none of the above. But if I don't see a candidate I want to vote for, I write in Daisy Duck. I don't care if it's the president. I don't care if it's this House member, but I'm going to vote. I'm not going to sit home. And I think that these districts where there is just one person that's never been, that's not getting challenged, that gives them something to vote for that says, there are people out here that don't like this person. If somebody else would run, there's enough of us to support you. There's enough hope here to get something else going. And it gives them someone to go vote for it. They get to use their voice. And their voice says, I don't like any of these people.
Right.
None of the above.
I'm glad that you said that because that's literally what my campaign says. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to challenge me.
Yeah.
That's what I want you to do because my thing is like, if you're going to vote for me, you want me in office, and that's what you're supposed to do.
You don't want us to be a bunch of yes man.
I'm not a yes man.
You don't
can
want
ask
everybody
anybody.
running around just saying yes to all the time.
I do not kiss tail, and I will not.
Telling you how great you are all the time and never pointing out any flaws
No,
because no one's perfect.
Point out my flaws so I can do better. How can I do
respectfully?
better?
It's called constructive criticism.
Exactly.
We all need to work on it.
And I can take constructive criticism.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it's just about listening to the people and what they want. And if you're running around talking to your, in the off time,
Right.
finding out how people feel about things, you're going to know. So would you support requiring landlords to pass property tax reductions on tenants through lower rent? Because 43% of Kansans rent.
Right.
So what do we care about property tax? I don't own a home. And I'm never going to own a home.
Is this more like low income, like Section 8 and stuff like
I'm
that?
talking about anybody. If my landlord is charging me $1,200 a month rent,
Mm-hmm.
and then he gets $100 off, he gets his property taxes lowered on the house I'm living in,
Mm-hmm.
and he now has to pay $50 less a month. Why should I keep? He just now gets $50 more profit, and I don't get my rent lowered. I'm saying it doesn't. So that makes me as a renter, a lifelong renter,
Right.
who I've hardly no one in my family owns their homes most of the time, historically. And so even historically, way back when, we're poor. We're poor people, and so we don't really own homes. And so when they start talking about property tax, it doesn't mean nothing to me.
Right.
My rent's going to be the same.
Exactly.
And some landlord, most likely in another state's going to get another $50 a month
Right.
profit from me.
Right.
So I think to make everyone, the 43%, which is almost half of Kansas, care about whether you lower property tax.
I think yes, we definitely need to lower property tax as well too. Everything needs to match up. Like I said, the money doesn't make sense. How do we keep raising money and raising benefits and raising all this and that, but we can't even afford it?
Cutting services.
Exactly. And like we can't afford all this and that. That's why we're in a struggle. That's why we keep suffering. That's why we're like asking people for handouts, but they're struggling too and stuff like that. We're reaching out to our grandparents. We're reaching out to like other people, and I'm just
my family like, just swaps $20 around.
And that's
every
what I'm
2
saying.
weeks.
We should not have
Cash
to.
out.
Exactly. Why are we doing
I
that?
forgot my very first question. I always ask.
Yes.
Do you know what it's like to not have one more penny?
Like
you need to pay a bill and
because
you miss a penny.
I absolutely, because I'm the type of person to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I come from a family that goes and gets it and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So if I'm looking for it, I'm gonna try to go get it first before I have to.
And you're gonna find that penny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find that penny by
So
any
you know what
means.
it's like to struggle. That's the thing
Yes,
too, is that
definitely.
we have a lot of people that run for office that are just kind of out of touch with the common
Thank
person.
you. And that's why I said I'm running for office, because we have people in office that have never had to get it out the mud. Never had to get it out the mud.
Never.
My thing's like they don't know the struggles that we go through.
Mm-hmm.
So why, like, and then they want to sit here, well, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You come from money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't come from money.
Mm-hmm.
I
and
had
most
to go
of us
get
don't.
it.
The majority
Exactly.
of us do not come
Majority
from money.
of us do not come from money. We had to go to school. We had to, work 5, 6, 7 jobs just to get to where we're being.
Debt
Okay, everything happens. So I'm just more like the people that are in office. You can't say anything about us because you never had to struggle.
Yeah, it's just really it's really hard for me to like. We just need to get more people in there that didn't have everything handed to them because they know how to do the work.
They
Because they
don't.
survived, didn't
Exactly.
you? You figured out how to eat. You figured out how to keep a house over your head.
Exactly.
You know how to
or
survive.
their parents gave them a big old loan
Look,
to go do what they needed to do.
If
So,
everything really goes kapooey and society completely collapses, you and I are gonna be fine.
I know
We know how to survive.
I know how to survive.
We know
and
how
plus,
to
God
make-
got me.
My daughter once said, I know how to make a home out of anything.
Amen.
So, I know how to survive. These people don't know how to survive.
Yeah, I'm
They're gonna be
telling
like, what
you.
am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw how COVID went.
I'm
just saying.
They're all gonna get whatever disease it is and die off.